Hi, I'm fine. Hi. Um, Let me see. I am experiencing what I'm calling repetitive movement strain in my left upper arm, probably around my bicep, up to my shoulder, down to my elbow. And I'm just wondering, I know you've given a few different things you could do for different people today, but I'm just wondering what would be.
So is it bothering you like kind of like up in the
Yeah,
front
yeah.
here?
Let
Yeah,
me, let me,
yeah, you're
yeah,
probably occipital tendonitis is actually probably what that is.
I'm,
And so the problem is actually down like right above the crease of the arm. Like if you look, like here's the crease, and you
yeah,
go up a little bit higher and you poke around there, you feel
yeah,
like it's kind of tender or sore.
it's tender and sore
Yeah.
all the way up.
So that is causing the tendonitis up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so boy, that can be a booger. Like that could be a real booger. Are you doing a lot of like stuff on it with a mouse and things?
I hate to tell you what I'm doing. I'm knitting and
Oh yeah,
it,
that could be a little bit aggravating. But I mean, it's from time to time, just take a stop and just stretch the arm out when you're knitting. I don't think you need to stop, but I would use. I would probably use like some forms of like pepper. Let me look something up here real quick.
I also jokingly say it's part of holding up the oils during the because I started to support my elbow because it's holding him up, but it's only on that side. So it's the inhalation strain.
Okay, so let's have you use some form of like pepper or basil or Palo Santo. Do you have any of those?
Yeah, I have, I think I have all three. I have pink pepper and pepper supreme.
Let's have you use the pepper supreme, and you could actually even like put it on like meat, like put like several drops in there and then just really rub it in that area. And then eventually put a little bit more on and then rub it more up towards the area. The spot up here, helichrysum can go a long way, just even a few drops in a needle application and rub it on the sore spot. That's always good for tendonitis. Sometimes like in really extreme situations, like I would say this doesn't need to be addressed like right off the bat, but if it's an extreme situation, I would continue with that. You can rotate between the pepper and like the basil and things like that. But one of the things that I like to do sometimes with tendons is when there's a tendon issue is Shazandra internally. And it helps to release the fascia of the tendon itself. Sometimes that tissue is so like dense and doesn't have the greatest blood supply. And when you wanna release fascia of an area, the way that you release it is by hydrating the fascia, by hydrating the soft tissue. And sometimes in some of these situations, they get so dense that you really can't get the proper blood in the area. And Shazandra helps to moisten like mucous membranes, but it helps to moisten like fascia. And so, or it helps to hydrate the fascia, like it helps the body convert and utilize water. Because sometimes you could be taking water in, but your body isn't using it. It's dumping some of it into the tissue. And just because it's in the tissue doesn't mean that it's hydrating the tissue. And so Shazandra helps with that process. So let's first just treat it very simply as like, probably a little bit of trigger point activity that's caused some tendonitis. Treat that spot and then a little bit up high. And then if it's slow to heal, or if it's not really responding super well, keep doing the same regimen, but then add Shazandra to the mix.
Okay, and just do that neat as well?
Yeah. No, that actually good point. Like 2, 3, even 4 drops at night internally. And actually going back to Deborah, if you're not responding to some of the things we talked about for your sleep, let's have you even try Shazandra at night, right before you go to bed. But do the other things first. And then if you're still not sleeping well, do that. And so coming back to you with your thing, the Shazandra would help the tendonitis, but it would also improve sleep quality. So you could take it during the day, but if you take it at night, you'll get a lot more bang for your buck. Like it will help the tendon and help you just like conk out.
I can use that too.
Yeah, who can't? Like,
Yeah.
I feel I sleep good sometimes. I still take it just to make me sleep deeper and longer.
Mhm. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
If it doesn't respond like within the next week, bring it to my attention.
Okay.
Like it should start to change almost within a treatment or two.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, you're so welcome.